Okay, in this video I am going to show you the inbuilt email autoresponders. Now basically these work in the way that if somebody signs up to one of your campaigns, so just as a quick recap, people would they would see a social media post or a blog post or something on your website, depending on how you're promoting the content, and they would click the link which goes to your unique landing page here. So we're going to use the rugby injuries campaign as an example. So they would go to this landing page, which we look after for you. It would have your branding on down here, as you know, and they would enter their details in there. And once they've entered their details, they will be delivered to the lead delivery page, which in this case is this one. So this is where they can download all of the different leaflets that come with that campaign. So they would just click on those and it opens as a PDF, and it has your branding on the bottom if you've got the branding upgrade. So you can see that that's my sort of fake branding of my branding upgrade content there. So that's basically how it works. Now, when somebody enters their details into the lead collection form and they're delivered to this page, they are also then delivered to the leads tab. Now, if you have the email autoresponder switched on, you can follow up with this email. So they will immediately receive this follow-up email, which is a great way basically to warm up and kind of reinforce your contact with that new lead, because at this point they have really just seen a lead collection page and a lead delivery page with some cool leaflets. So this is your kind of opportunity to make a direct contact with them. Now, before we go into this email specifically, I'm going to show you some settings that you just need to make sure that you have got set up. So in order to do that, we just need to go back to the My Account Details, and under the Branding Details tab, you need to make sure that you've got these fields filled in. So the most important one is this sent from address, which is the email address that they will see that your email will come from. So if you want it to be different to your login email that you use to log into the Co Kinetic website, you need to make sure that sent from address is populated in there correctly with the email address that you want them to see. The other fields that you need to make sure you've got in are any of these landing page fields. So this privacy policy, for example, the contact us link, any other links that you want to see, because some of these fields will be pulled into the footer of the email when the email is sent out. Okay, so let me go back to an email autoresponder and let me show you a little bit around there. We'll go into the rugby injuries one, and you can see the tab here which says email autoresponder. Now you will see this is where the sent from email address gets pulled in. You can edit it here, but I would just, for consistency point of view, I would just make sure that you've got it entered in your account details, and then you don't need to worry about it. So as far as the email goes, we have a title, a subject line that's been written for you in here, but if you would like to change that, obviously you can. Everything in this email is completely editable. I'm going to just turn that to inactive for the moment, because until you're ready and you're happy with everything, then you just leave that as inactive, then it won't trigger. Okay, so you can edit absolutely anything in here. These are merge fields, so when the customer enters their first name in your landing page, it will merge that field in here. You will see here, this is the link to your resources for that campaign. So I would encourage you to leave everything as it is in here, as long as you are using our landing pages as part of the campaign. If you're using different landing pages or you've decided to do things slightly differently, then obviously you can change any of this, and you've got all the usual editing buttons up here that will add bold and links and images and all that kind of thing, bulleted points up there. But otherwise, if you're keeping the system, using the system exactly as I've built it, intended it for you to use it, then you can leave all of this just as it is. So we would have an email that's written in here and a bunch of merge fields. Again, a second reference back to that lead collection, the success page, which is this page, which is where they download the leaflets. So wherever you see that success URL, that's the page. As usual, I've put the PS in, which if you know anyone else who could benefit from the leaflets, please feel free to forward them, because that's a simple and easy way of getting people to spread the word about your business. I've merged in your name and your company name. These will be taken from the branding details area, which is another reason why it's important to have those updated correctly. And if we just click update, now you need to click update first before you click preview, because it kind of needs to load it into the system. So even if you have made no changes in here, you still need to click this update button. And then let's click preview, and this will give you a web version of the email. Now, of course, we're not sending it to anyone specifically in this web version, so it's just got a first name in, but don't worry, that will be the first name of your customer merged in there. You can see how the link appears. If they click on that link, it will take them to that page. Let me just go back a minute. And you will see down at the bottom here, so it's merged in my name and my company name. And down here you have that footer that I was talking about with the branding details. So this is where your privacy policy, call us, visit main website, any custom links would come from. And these are your social media links, so please make sure those are updated. I believe those are in the possibly in the My Account. Let me just quickly have a quick look. I think these might be under the no, they're not under the contact, they're under the profile. That's where those links are for the Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn. So just make sure those are updated as well. Let's just nip back to that email page, autoresponder again. Okay, so that should make sense. Now there's one other thing I need to mention to you in here. You've got some options of some other merge fields that you can use in here. So if you click this, and all you've got to do is literally copy and paste all of that text with the asterisks at each side, at each end. But you've got some other merge fields that you can use here. So if you wanted to add in your booking telephone number or anything else, you could go and just use these fields to do that, and it will merge in once and for all. That means that if you ever change anything in the future, you don't have to go back and change all of the emails. Specifically, you just go and change it in your account details, and it will update everywhere. So I think that's just about it. When you're ready and you're happy with it, all you've got to do is turn that toggle to active, and then that will trigger as soon as somebody signs up to this rugby campaign. That will trigger that email. That just takes away the need for you to set up any autoresponders in MailChimp or any other external platforms, so hopefully it should save you a bit of time there as well. Okay, hope that's been useful. Thanks guys.